Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I have my top 10 best shrines in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Unfortunately, I don't have a capture card, so I'll only show you screenshots. But with that said, I hope you enjoy this video. In 10th place, we have the Current Solution Shrine. This shrine has creative puzzles. You want to place the metal objects and create a contraption that would transfer the current to the light. You even have a short guardian battle as well. In the platform, you want to avoid touching the lights when holding the electricity ball. The final part is where you want to create a line so the current would connect to the light. All these puzzles are really creative and I really enjoy this shrine. However, there are clearly 9 other better shrines, which is why this one made it to the top 10 and only ranks 10th place. At 9th place, we have the Spring of Wisdom Shrine. This is one of the 3 spring shrines. For the other 2 spring shrines, you just need dragon scales, which is not that special. This spring, however, requires more than that. The ice dragon Nadra is covered in malice, and the goddess wants us to free the dragon from the malice by killing the malice eyes. This is like a mini boss battle, and I enjoyed it a lot. I also really like the music as well, and it fits the battle perfectly. Once freeing Nadra, you just have to shoot an arrow at Nadra to get the scale. This mini boss battle is the reason why it ranks 9th place. In 8th place, we have the Melting Ice Hazard Shrine. Before we even enter the shrine, we need to melt a huge ice block in order to enter the shrine. After that, we enter the shrine, but it requires us to hold an ice block. I think this is the only shrine that requires us to hold something to the end in order to complete the shrine, and I think that's a really creative idea. There are many obstacles, primarily flamethrowers and lava, that try to melt the ice. In order to bypass them, we need to use metal blocks to block the fire and go through the lava. I really enjoy the puzzles, and so 8th place is definitely an appropriate spot for this ranking. In 7th place, we have the Path of Light Shrine. This is one of the DLC shrines in this list, and it is really creative. Before the shrine shows up, we have to kill the monsters with a one-hit obliterator. Not only do we die in one hit, but we are also in a cold place, so we need cold resistance. Once we defeat the monsters, we enter the shrine, but the shrine is really dark. Normally, I hate dark levels because of the fact that I cannot see at all. However, this shrine is really creative with its puzzles and the darkness to the point where I really enjoy the shrine. We face lasers, spikes, flamethrowers, and guardians. We need to avoid those because we die in one hit. The creativity and the challenge in the shrine makes this one of the best dark levels, which is why it's in 7th place. In 6th place, we have the Wind Guide Shrine. For this shrine, the coral flea is our best friend. First, we need to open the door by spinning a screw using the wind from the coral leaf. We would see a bomb barrel hanging on the balloons after that, which we would use to kill the guardians. We would later see another screw that pops up a platform hanging on the balloons, and we move the platform using our wind from the coral leaf and move whatever direction we face. We would later see more screws that would launch Link into the air. We then have to destroy a block to reveal an updraft. After that, there is another puzzle that requires using the coral leaf on the balloons to move the platform to cross to another side. However, there are spikes that pop the balloon. So it is really fun to avoid those spikes, and I really enjoyed that part as well. In the end, we get the key and finish the shrine. This is a long shrine, but has so many creative puzzles. I really enjoy the challenge and its creative puzzles. And usually, I really enjoy longer shrines, and this shrine's length and creativity is the reason why it ranks 6th place. In 5th place, we have the Major Test of Strength Plus. This is another DLC shrine on the list, and it is definitely the best. Much like the shrine in 7th place, we have to kill the monsters with the one-hit obliterator for the shrine to show up. It is a bit harder than the other battles because the bokoblins riding horses and more monsters equipping bows. That battle is a bit troublesome, however that also makes it a lot more fun. Inside the shrine itself, it seems like an ordinary test of strength, except you kill the guardian in one hit. After that, it seems like we reach the end, but there's a button instead of the monk. Once pressing it, we get an open area where the guardians spawned. Inside there, we see that the shrine is way longer than that. It's way longer than what we expect. And there are many more guardians that shoot lasers. They do die in one hit, but you also have to keep in mind that you also die in one hit as well, balancing the difficulty. In the final room, there are multiple guardians that shoot lasers at you. Because you die in one hit, it's a lot more challenging, which is why I really enjoyed it. This shrine is really creative, and I really enjoyed those boss battles. And this is why it is the best DLC shrine in the game. In 4th place, we have Lanka Roki Shrine. This is a shrine quest that requires an orb. In order to activate the shrine quest, you need to do 3 other quests. They can be done in any order. The first quest I did is a Great Fairy Fountain quest. Just give the required amount of money to the Great Fairy and take a picture of the fountain and show it to an NPC named Pikango. This does require the camera rune, so I guess that's another quest required for this shrine. The next quest is getting all the chickens back to Kato. I really enjoyed getting the chickens back to the coop. The last quest I did is the Buy Firefly's Light quest. You need to place 5 fireflies in an NPC named Lassel's house. Once all are completed, go to Impa's house only to find the orb stolen. There are many suspects, but the correct suspect is Dorian. You need to sneak up on him. You need to sneak up behind him to the bridge without getting caught. There you will see him encountered by a Yiga Blade Master, revealing Dorian to be a former Yiga clan member. You will then have to fight the Yiga Blade Master to get the orb. This shrine quest is really fun. I really enjoyed sneaking behind Dorian, and the Yiga Blade Master boss fight, it's just like a normal Yiga Blade Master battle, so that's nothing special. However, I still really enjoy that, and that fight is mandatory to get through, which is why this shrine ranks 4th place. In 3rd place, we have the Blue Flame Shrine Quest. This is one of the longest shrines in the game, which is why it's so high. First, you'll see a spike block, and you need to use magnesis and stasis to go through. Then you have to get the blue flame and light the torch. Then, using your torch, you need to avoid the fountains to light the other torch. You want to use stasis like I did on the final fountain. Then you'll see a torch on a moving lift, and you want to light that using an arrow. After climbing up and avoiding the spike wall, you need to light more torches. However, there are guardians, and you might want to take them down. Then you'll see more torches, and you would want to use an arrow to light both at the same time. Otherwise, the fountain would extinguish the flame. Later, you'll see 2 lifts moving towards the water fountain. You want to use stasis on one of the lifts and light both torches to move on. Then, you would want to carry the torch onto the other side while avoiding the fountain. There you'll need to use stasis on the fountain and drag the metal block to the other side using magnesis. You'll then see more guardians. Once you take them out, carry the blue flame to your last challenge. You need to do a spin attack in order to get all the torches ignited at the same time. If you miss one torch, then the fountains will extinguish all the torches. So you gotta note that. I really enjoyed the puzzles in the shrine, and it still remains enjoyable even after completing the shrine. This definitely deserves to be in 3rd place. However, there are 2 shrines that are better. In 2nd place, we have Korgochide Shrine. This is hands down the best shrine quest not only in Breath of the Wild, but the best shrine quest in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom combined. In this quest, you need to find and bring 3 orbs into the shrine pedestal. However, all your equipment is taken away and you only have the runes and champion abilities. The first orb I found is located at the camp near the beach. You need to bring the orb to to the pedestal on an isolated platform. There, you'll need to use Cryonis and bring the orb to the pedestal. The next orb is on a Hinox. You can either sneak up and steal the orb without waking it up, or you could fight the Hinox like I did and win the orb. You then need to carry the orb onto a monster camp where the pedestal is. Once defeating the monster and destroying the blocks using a remote bomb, you place another orb. The last orb I found is at another monster camp. Once defeating the monsters, use stasis to push the platform that is blocking the pedestal and place the orb, and the shrine appears. Once that happens, we'll get our equipment back. I really enjoyed the challenge in this island, as it feels like I'm in the Great Plateau again, this time with even more challenge. This is easily my favorite shrine quest. But there is a shrine I like more. The best shrine in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is none other than the Steady Die Hard Shrine. In order to enter the shrine, you need to enter a cave. You can see the shrine below, but Link cannot fit in the gap. You need to find it in another open area using an updraft. Once entering the cave, you'll see ice choo-choos that try to freeze you. Once to enter the shrine, you first need to light the torch to open the gate. Then you'll see a rolling platform with spikes, and you need to avoid the spikes to avoid taking damage or falling into the lava. Once getting past that, you will fight 4 mini guardians and use Cryonis to press the switch and get the treasure chest on the other side. Then you will see crates, and you want to stay in the side to avoid the spike ball that rolls down. You will not know the spike ball is coming down, so it is likely you'll get hit by the spike ball. But yeah, after that, and you press a button and you'll find more spike balls rolling down that deal a heavy damage or push you to the lava. In that part, you want to use stasis or magnesis to avoid them. That is the end of the shrine. I really enjoyed the puzzles inside and outside the shrine. There is something about this shrine that made me enjoy this shrine more than the other long shrines. This shrine is pretty long, but it's not the longest. However, I really enjoyed this shrine, and I still enjoy this shrine to this day, which is why this is my favorite shrine in the game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you like this video, then hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.